My two note cards.
My name is Renee Brathwaite, and I'm a flight attendant with one of America's top U.S. airlines. I'm going to first start off telling you a story about a couple who was going on their honeymoon to Bora Bora. They got up, they were all packed, excited, and ready to go on their honeymoon. Yay. Well, they woke up and there's a really, really bad storm approaching their house and in the area. We all know what that means for possible airline travel. That's usually never a good thing. So they get to the airport. They're a little late getting to the airport, later than they expected, and their flight is delayed. Now what? Well, hopefully this speech will help you understand the process of airline travel, the rules to follow, and I will give you 5 do's and don'ts about traveling and airline travel and safety. I'm a flight attendant. I've been a flight attendant for the last 15 and a half years with a major airline. Therefore, I have experienced travel from all aspects. I being in a authority position and also as a passenger. So I can really testify to these experiences that I will tell you about and the do's and don'ts. As we know, there's been a lot of negative media attention in the last recent months about airlines and traveling. Some of it good, most of it not good. So hopefully at the end of this speech, you will be a more confident and well-informed passenger. That is the goal here. So let's start with the process of traveling. First, arrive early. General rule of thumb, for a domestic flight, arrive at least 2 hours ahead of time. For an international flight, arrive 3 hours ahead of time. The next process, in a sense, is you go through the check-in process, which you might come across a kiosk machine, which is like an ATM type machine that you will use to check in and check your bags. Next, you go through the TSA process. TSA stands for Transportation Security Administration, which they regulate the rules and regulations for security, and we want to keep us all safe. That's the bottom line of their job. Follow their instructions. One of the main rules, as we know, or some of us might know, is that you cannot carry liquids, more than 3.4 ounces of liquids on board the aircraft. Of course, no fireworks, no guns, no knives. We all kind of know that, right? Next, once you get through the security process, you want to verify your gate. Check the monitors to verify your gate. Arrive at your gate at least 35 to 40 minutes ahead of time. Then you go through the process of boarding the aircraft. They will help you with that process, listen to your seat assignment, and board the aircraft. Now you are ready to travel the friendly skies, right? Yay. Now we're going to talk about the 5 do's and don'ts of airline travel. The 5 do's: number 1, plan, research ahead of time. Number 2, listen to the safety announcements and know your exits. Keep in mind the FAA, which stands for the Federal Aviation Administration, administers rules and regulations for this whole entire process. If you do not follow these rules, you could end up with a felony. It is a federal offense, and an aviation lawyer can assist you in that process. I don't think we want to do that. Number 3, be respectful of your fellow passengers and crew members. Number 4, fly early. If you have to go on a cruise, get there the day before. It's just that simple. Number 5, use the restrooms before boarding if at all possible. Now let's go over the don'ts of airline travel. 5 don'ts. Do not carry on loud conversations and be respectful of everyone around you. Pretty simple. Number 2, don't carry on too many bags on board the aircraft. There is not enough overhead bin space anyway for everyone to bring on too many bags. Number 3, your electronic devices. If you having electronic devices and you place it in a seat pocket, remember to take it out. We have a huge collection of electronic devices. We are good. Number 4, adhere to the seatbelt sign. There is turbulence, of course, unexpected turbulence throughout the process of the flight, so always adhere to the seatbelt sign. Number 5, if you have to fly and you are sick, keep in mind that people don't want to catch your germs, and it really sucks to fly if you're sick. As we know, again, in the recent headline news with passengers being dragged off the aircraft, we don't want that. We're trying to avoid that. However, passenger satisfaction is on the rise. According to J.D. Power 2017 North American Trade, passenger satisfaction is on the rise. So that being said, let's recap the things that I've already discussed. Plan ahead, be on time, Make sure you know what you're going to expect. Now, let's talk about the moral of the story here. The moral of the story is the couple that we discussed with the honeymoon and how to go through the process of the honeymoon process. Well, not the honeymoon process, but the process of flying. What happened to the couple? They were late to the airport. Oops. They brought on too many carry-on bags. Well, guess what? The husband forgot his passport. Oh, that's a big mistake with you going to an international destination. Let's not do that. And the wife forgot her cell phone in the seat pocket. Can't take pictures of a beautiful honeymoon. So the moral of the story is let's try not to make these mistakes and make your experience the most fun, exciting, and be safe in the process. So spread the word to your family and friends. Don't get dragged off the aircraft. Be on time. Have fun and be prepared. Hopefully you got something out of this message. Thank you all for listening. I appreciate it.